I tell you this now, like job interviewing has to be the most humiliating. I just had a job interview. Obviously, you see this. I look cute, whatever. Oh, my hair. Damn, I need to do a deep cleanse or a deep conditioning. Nonetheless, I am actively looking for jobs in the internal audit industry because I'm an internal auditor. I don't like external audit because they will drip you dry if they could. Either way, I just had an interview for this specific company and I asked for feedback, after asking my questions. It wasn't one of my best interviews. If you had asked me, did you prepare? Yes. Not too much, because if I prepare too much, then I have to create a script and I have to know the script down to the stocks. I wasn't doing that, right? I was just glad to even have the interview. One of the questions was, like, you've been out of work for quite some time now. What have you been doing? What have I been doing? Sitting on my ass. What have I been doing, sir? Let's not get into it because he is Nigerian. And I love Nigerians. Some of them are actually rude. Nonetheless, like, I think he was expecting me to be like, I've been researching, I've been getting into a certification. No, sorry, I've been trying to get into a job. Yeah, that ass. I think, again, there is an expectation, right? When you go into an interview, because I went to a liberal arts college, we learned this, right? To understand the company and what it does and how you can serve that company and how it can serve you in a way. And articulating that is, you have to find a way to, articulate that that's not so overtly like, I need a job, just being like kind of sucking up to them, right? And me, I could have done a lot better with like some of the examples. And I think it was because I really just didn't care, right? Like, I'm glad I got the interview, definitely blessed. But I'm just like, these are one of those hard interviews. If you had asked me to do a case study, I promise you I would have shut off the phone. I would have shut off the phone. Shut off the interview. Seriously. Um, One thing I hate about it is when you don't know an answer to a question, you just stand there, right? But I try not to do. I try to make it flow. But I was tripping up on my words so much because I was trying to make it sound correct. Like, the thing about it is being a 26-year-old as compared to, let's say, a 24-year-old doing this, like, I was eager back then. Now, because of the job market and because how grueling some of these interviews are, right? I'm just like, what is the point? Like, you do a small amount of research on the company, right? But then how much research do you expect someone to do? Do you see like how clearly I'm talking now? Like, I was talking clearly, but then I stumbled on my words because I was trying to make sure it sounded correct. I hate doing that, even in a professional setting like that. Like, it made me so annoyed because I was like, I put myself in this type of predicament because I took the interview and the interview was supposed to be on Friday. I moved it to Tuesday to do some research, and then I still didn't know a lot about the company because the company in itself uses technology, like financial technology tools. I got that from the internet. And one of the interviewers, the same man, asked me, where'd you find out we were using AI tools? The internet? Where else was I supposed to know this? Damn, hella good. It's just, I just get so, like, when I go into an interview, you know when you get the interview or when you don't. And sometimes it's like up in the air. This time, I promise you I didn't get that. And this is not me manifesting or affirming that or putting it out. Just me. It's just that was a grueling interview. And that's just the first one. Imagine coming back to a second interview. They're going to ask more in-depth questions. I don't think I was prepared enough, right? I think you would have to have some of the questions pre-prepared and have answers to them and then them go based off those answers, right? Because I don't think I was prepared enough to the questions that they were asking about, the company and how my past experience in the education, banking, and I guess healthcare appliance industry could relate to a specific financial technology company. And they are so right. Because what sole project was I on that dealt with technology in itself? I didn't. That's why I had to leave. That's why I wanted this position so I can get exposed. Because I don't know. I didn't have uh, exposure to this before. So, and if I did, it was very small under the guidance of SOX. If you know what SOX is, you know what SOX is. I chose internal audit so I wouldn't have to go through some of these like grueling things. And like it worked early on in my career, but now thinking about it, I'm like later, this is really horrible. Horrible!